So here we have, it was at the Springs Thundercluckers GT. So it's like a 70, 80 person event. So Steven right here, it's at third place. We already talked about that. Check that one out. But our get down here, well, didn't escape the eyes of Gork and Mork out here. I was able to find him. Got 23rd. So great job still getting in the top percentage, but going 3-2. Like I said, the people he did lose to did end up in the top 5. Is no shame there. Let's take a look at his games. So he went into, let me see, I actually just got another thought, guys. Well, it's related to this, don't worry. But I just got another thought. I might be able to know what some of these missions were. So let's look at his list real quick. Freebooters Krew, let's go with Gaz. I didn't give it a name from what I can see, besides here be Luton. So cool job there. Look right here. Number of units, 22. Ooh, you already got a hint of what's going on here. So it's Gazgul, Thraka, and Boss Snickra, followed by Zagrat, Warsnag. Boom. The epic trio. That's what I'm talking about. Then he goes hard here with 6, 10-man units of the boy. What I should say also about this event, I don't know, I already called them on it. That was GW, just so you guys, right? Is because some of the lists on the honorable mention weren't GW, right? I'm pretty sure. The Televista or Novista event was WTC events. Sorry for my own thought. Sorry, guys. You know this is live. So we got 6 10-man units of boys starting off. So we got that alongside Gaz. Then we have a battle wagon with the Arcade, followed by 5 burner boys, a super Gretchen unit, and then 2 10 units of Gretchen, 1 unit of commandos, 2 units of commandos. So he didn't go full 3 like Perry, but he did stick with me and get that 20. I feel you on that. 20. Then he had 1 5-man units of Ludas, 1 big 6-man units of Mega Knobs, followed by 3 5-man units of Storm Boys, and 1 3-man units of War Biker. So Gaz, we play. This is just my assumption based off what I'm looking at, what I've talked to you gets about. You guys all see here, but I'm sure you guys see it with me. This is the Mork Perry archetype. We'll call this the Morkatype. We're going to call it right now. Make it easier for all of us. So the Morkatype is you have Gaz trying to pop his WAAAGH on objective, looted objectives, giving out a lethal aura, and or as other people alluded to, these 10-man units touch objectives and they missile off. Pretty much how I see it is all these units are I give Gaz the wall and then everybody else runs forward. Right? And just keeps getting lethal. I get a bunch of OC. I'm playing the mission. I'm playing the table. That's crazy, right? And so I'm absolutely pumped, right? So I think I know what these missions were. Yep. Okay. I think for the most part. So I give a little bit of context. I won't know everything, but I'll do my best, right? So we'll get through this. He gets so as for his first game, he was playing Take and Hold. And I believe this was layouts. All right. So you played Take and Hold Mission A for his first game. So you guys know we need a little bit of context here, right? To at least see what the heck this git was doing. So he went into the Deathwatch with the Black Spear Task Force. So he had Apothecary Biologist, a Captain of Jump Pack, Lieutenant with Combi, and a Watchmaster. He had a 5-man unit of Deathwatch veterans, a 10-man unit, and then a 5-man unit of Terminators, followed by another 5-man units of Terminators, an Indomitor kill team, a 5-man infiltrator squad, another 5-man infiltrator squad, a Talon strike kill team, a Vanguard veteran with jump pack squad, and a bunch of various war gear. So I'm not going over all the war gear and separating them because I get one. So this was taken hold into Deathwatch where he got a 92-point win. But then we go into his second game where he actually takes a loss. I then give a little bit of context here for this, at least a little bit. Well, first of all, it's Grizzled Company. And second of all, this was layout 6. This was mission M, which is Purge the Foe Crucible Battle on layouts. So not that excellent. So we had to go against Grizzled Company, which is the top tier guard detachment right now. It's like perfect combined arms and such. So we have Cadian Command Squad. 2 of those, followed by a Commissar, a Militant. Does he have the enhancement? So this we can give another order. Then he has Militant Tempestus Squad, followed 2 of those, 3 of those. So he has 3 Tempestus Squads. So, oh my God, I don't feel like breaking down what this does. We have Nork Dead Dock, and then a Rogaldorn Commander. We have 1 unit of Cadian, 1 unit of Catachan, a big unit of Adelan Rough Riders, followed by a 5-man unit of Adelans, and then double bricks of Bulgrin, some Rattlings for infiltration, a Rogel Dorn, and then 3 5-man units of Tempestus Scion. So just think of it as you have Rattlings, you have the Catachans that can scout, you have this little stuff that can move forward, you have the the raiders that can run around the corner and charge you. You have the Bulgrin that could just take the mid table and soak up attacks, have a good amount of punches themselves, quite durable. They can take orders, they can give more OC, they can punch better. Then you also have all these deep striking Tempestus Silence squads dropping in and shooting you, as well as taking orders from Rogel Thorns that are shooting at you. And then just all the command squads going around. And you have Nork Dead Dog command squad that can kind of run around and fight as well. So yeah, it's very a lot going on here. Very devastating, very tough. And as for I said, like this mission, it was purge, so you wouldn't really necessarily love to see that as an orc. But still, it was a good game nonetheless. He didn't get just completely blown out. But if you're playing with 22 units and then you're playing into something like that, which can effectively have a lot of activations and multi-phase activations from their charging cavalry, well then that can be a problem. Nonetheless, I'm pretty sure the guy that beat him won the event. Or so then we go into his third game, which was Dark Angels, Unforgiven Task Force. So this mission, let me try to make sure. Let's see what this one was. Before I forget to look it up. But it was Mission J, and I feel like I know that off the top of my head, but I don't. Okay, so it's Linchpin, Search and Destroy, and this is also layout 6. So we have Azrael, Judiciar, Librarian, Phobos, Lieutenant, and then a Lieutenant in combi, followed by an Intercessor squad, one big brick of Jump Pack Assault Intercessors. We have a big brick of Centurion Devastators, Infiltrator Squad, some double Inner Circle Companions, Invader ATV, Stern Guards. Yeah, big brick of Stern Guard, followed by a Vanguard with Jump Pack duo 5-man unit. I see he has some good jump packs. He has Inner Circles, not his Devastators, Centurions, but he's not playing with his Terminators or with the line. It's a little different. Which he still has a Judiciar for fight first. Nonetheless, a ton of activations for this. And though Inner Circles in this detachment, they'll get like -1 to wound. I think they're -1 to hit. This is where the volume of units and random power claws and lethals come through and kind of slowly blend down all these units. Because a lot of them are just 4-up armor, like T4 units with infantry on foot, and then they have their built-in detachment rules, so they'll be like -1 to wound. But when you have orcs, you just have a dumb amount of volume into that with that style right? The style that our boy playing with Gaz having it all theme, low score from that one. So yeah, low score because you see he got like a 52 for his win, so a lot going on there. But yeah, so maybe in my opinion, because what was that, Mission J, could be that they got low on time there, my opinion, because they didn't get to play the final. I think because you would cap more primary there, I think. But whatever. Then we move on to his fourth game. So mind you, he didn't lose right away. Again, he goes on to have another game. His fourth game is where he gets another 98-point win here. So this is when they change it. This is layout 1 now, and then this is Mission O. So this is Terraform Crucible Bow. Ooh, this list is devastating on Terraform. He's playing Leagues of Votann. Oof. So we have Grimnir, triple Broknir Thunderkin, 2 big units of Berserkers, 3 units of Einhir, Hearthguard, triple Land Fortress, a Pioneer Squad, and then 2 units of melee Steeljack. So this one is a big deal because he can get Terraform with all these different units that he has. Terraform early if he goes first. Leagues of Votann usually have to jump you with multiple units to clear a whole orc unit. How this list is played, the Morkatype, like we're calling it, that our boy Viticus is running, is he just has so many units that you kill some of a unit, maybe pulls them out of line of sight. The rest unit can still go up and fight, still appreciates the lethal. And he's staging missiling off units from his battle wagon in the meantime. So if he has to slow play at all for some of his units, they can missile out, like the Storm Boys, auto advance 6, start getting in the way, start getting in the fights, jumping, attacking certain units, trying to draw out overwatches and stuff. And Leagues of Votann is not that fast. So if they come forward, they're eating a full wall with 20-some units if they can get all in contact. And if they try to slow play it, then orcs can kind of creep towards them because it was layout 1, right? So from what I understand, yeah. So this is layout 1 at this point. So he has to kind of, kind of play that mid-table part. It is Search and Destroy as well, right? No, I'm wrong. It is Terraform, like I said. So it's Crucible Battle. So pretty aggressive positioning there. Very much so. So Leagues of Votann guy kind of had to deal with that, and he just couldn't. So 98-point win there. Love to see it. And then we move on to his last game. So for his last game, he goes into, and let me say the mission. So the mission was Mission D, which is Scorched Earth Tipping Point. And I believe this was layout 1 as well. So Scorched Earth, Tipping Point. So primary there that the enemy can just have. So we have Depths Custodes, Talons of the Emperor. So we have Caladius Assassin, Draxus, some Custodian Guard units. One is they're both spears, but one's a bigger unit. Then we have another big unit, but this one has the actual Vexilla, and then 2 more of them with Vexillas as well in the Misericordia. So he has 3 maximum units of Guardians and then 3 minimum size units. Or not minimum, sorry, 150 point units of Guardians. So these 4 main units. So then we go into the prosecutors, double prosecutors, and then triple land raiders, with venerable land raiders, and then a witch seeker. So you can kind of see some of the problems here. One is that he doesn't have anything to threaten at range, so all this stuff can just deploy on the line. And this was, like I said, one, he's gonna obviously not be able to swing primary, even though he would like to, with all these boys that he has, right? If you could play Custodes and a mission where you guys both meet in the mid table, and then sure you start losing the outcome of the fight, but you're flipping primary on that one, they're not scoring as they're killing you, and you're retaining the middle objectives, then sure you can kind of pull it out on Custodes. But when it comes to it's Scorched Earth, that they can just keep taking their 10, maybe harass yours, and throw all their other assets to try to harass yours so you can't keep it. Or it's just that they come out in the end and they just put up more points because they tabled you because they have so much killing, because he's actually has just volumes of units, which isn't so typical with them. He has Coward Jax's for double shooting. All these guys have double shooting. So it is one of those matchups where though our boy's playing somewhat of a skew with the Mork type, all this stuff is, the boys are getting blended. The Mandos can kind of get blended. And then in response, you just got Storm Boys and War Bikers. And of course, you can deal with them when you're dealing with lethals enough, but then it's not really paying off on the primary in that mission because it's Scorched. All right, in my opinion, that's kind of what could have been the downfall there. So excellent job nonetheless. I was very excited for this list. I'm really glad that chat looked over it. If you guys want me to see anything, you guys, I can still cover it. If you guys want me to say anything else on it that you think I missed to see, but I think Mark Perry himself already discussed how these work. So if you look at here, you'll see what's going on. Arcane was like, "Are we sure this gate isn't Mark Perry in Groucho glasses?" Right? He's just trying to hide. It's me, Vinicus Calabari. And like, yeah, maybe that is a made up name, right? You're right, Arcane. I was kidding. I was just joking, bro. I'm not trying to insult our name either. Shout out to our sponsors, the Baron of Dice, as they helped us do our wall tactic dice. So shout them out. Check them out in the description, 5% off in the discount because nobody likes taxes. And shout out to Baron of Dice. They allow us to do our paint competition. So thank you very much to them. If you enjoyed the clip, check out the full video here. If you'd like to see more tactics, click here.
Let's get stuck in, lads!